It'd be really interesting for you. You have a lot of fun.
Alright, here
We're
we go.
live.
We are
You're live. Yes.
live.
Yes.
Oh.
So welcome to the only place guaranteed to really give you laughs. If nothing to laugh about, you can wonder like what Sunda's teeth gonna look like today. It's always a different smile, but that's okay. I read that so many people got ripped off during the pandemic with veneers, and I believe that. But I didn't need the pandemic for that. I just needed nitrous oxide while they're doing fillings to tell me that you're going to make so much money with this new smile. Yeah, for Efferdent. All right, so that's the way things are going. And we have all kinds of things that go on and all kinds of people who stop by. We have a podcast that goes on here. If you want to book your podcast, do a private show, do a private showing if you're an artist. We have everything, all the capabilities. We have now a social media manager here, Jennifer Flores, along with our other social media management person that does all that art stuff that I do not do. I cannot do that. Do not ask me to do that. And that is going to be Billy Ramirez. He is the middle-aged muchacho. And then, of course, the director of the acting school is Aaron McIntyre. And I'm so glad to have him here, along with Hunter White, who's the house photographer, and that's always fun. Come on, walk on in. Walk on in. Come on through. There she is. We just gave her a round of applause, and she wasn't even there for her, but that's okay. Hey, hey. She's going to walk out at 8. She's shadowing. All right, so this is how this goes. We're going to bring on, everybody deserves to, have their time, have their fun. And this gentleman's no exception. He left Germany in World War I or World War II?
One? Yeah, right. Who's my other king?
All right. Well, let's give it up for the one and only JR, honey. JR is here. All right, JR.
Okay, thank you so much for the introduction. Hey, you could have done worse. You could have said the Civil War. You know what I mean?
That's right. We would have had a problem.
Yeah, really. Well, speaking of wars and everything else, we do have a mix of people. So if there's any jokes with some racial overtones, don't take it personally. I'm Polish. I was born in Germany, but Germany ceased to exist back then. It was right after the war, and guess whose flag was out there? Old Glory, General George Patton. So the first people I met as a young baby were members of the Third Army, which is Patton, Georgia, Florida, Alabama. Get the picture? Up to this day, I'm looking for Southern food. I can't find it. Most of them my girlfriends, and I gotta drop some names. Kathy St. George, ex-playmate from August '82. Guess what? He knows her, okay? And anyway, she was
A piece of ass.
no. We don't go there. We're doing PG right now, honey. Let's see. Oh, thank you.
There we go.
I said PG. He's trying to do an RX film for Hollywood Boulevard. I don't think so. Anyway, so we did. It's interesting. It got me in show business because I was doing like the Hollywood show, which is a meet and greet for celebrities, and that's what we're doing there. She was there signing autographs for centerfolds and everything else, and anyway, I found a very interesting thing about ex-playmates. Not only their ex-playmates, but their ex-dates of ex-presidents. By the time I was finished, I had phone numbers to the Reagan house and the Trump house. I'm serious, okay? This is like a comedy mixed with reality, guys. That's the only way I can do it, ad-lib like that. Speaking of ad-lib, Jay Leno, don't miss him. He's at in Burbank on Fridays at the Bob's Big Boy. He's doing his old car shtick again and all that. But, just as a joke, I was writing a couple of jokes, I tried to do it. And one is this couple, Asian couple, and their last name is all Wong. Wong is a very popular Asian name. Okay, so she's named Wong. They get married then. She goes, well, I want to have a baby. And he goes, fantastic. But she goes, I want to have a white baby. He says, what are you, crazy? How you want to have a white baby? She says, no, I want it. Okay, so they go to a bunch of doctors. $100,000 later, nothing. So finally go to the most expensive guy, and he goes, doctor, I want to have a white baby. And he says, well, he says, how can I have? Why can't I have a white baby? He says, well, I'm sorry, ma'am. 2 Wongs don't make a white.
Wow, that is great.
Hey now.
And
Thanks.
where can we see you perform again?
Maybe here.
Maybe here. Well, try to say something to your people and tell them thank you for
Well,
watching.
thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And by the way, thank you for not throwing any Rotten Tomatoes.
There you go. Give it up for JR. Thank you, JR. Thank you. You know what? You got to admit, it's very historical. I wish that Mark was here tonight. Okay, that's all I can say. He's never here the nights that he should be here. You have no idea what's going on. Okay, none. Can I tell you something? One car accident can just wreck your whole. I mean, because you don't think you need your baby toe, and that's stupid. You don't think you need it. It's so stupid. I got into an Uber accident, so my toe split. So they were like, we could take out the charge, and I was like, yeah, I don't need my toe. It's always in the way. Now I'm falling down. That's all I do. I'm like, hey, you do it, boom, and so I fell backwards. I got a concussion. And that's why I'm like this. So I'm telling people, so people don't think that Aaron beats me up after the show. You know what I mean? Because it's that white on white crime that is killing us. And let's talk about crime with white women. I mean, they're trying to take everything from black women. First, they were trying to take our big asses, right? Then they tried to take our big lips. And now they're trying to take our white men. What is next? Ba-dum-bum. Thank you. She got it. All right, I did a joke. Remember that. I said that joke first, but it doesn't mean that I'm not happy to bring up to the stage someone that I haven't seen for a minute. He's also the house photographer. Very handsome to have a house photographer who looks great, feels great. Let's give it up, if you might, for the comedy of the one and only Hunter White.
It's me. How we doing? All new material. Bear with me. I have one political joke before I get into it. I'm very unplugged as a rule. Like, I don't pay attention to the news because, like, I don't know. I got enough going on. I don't need the news to trigger depression. But some stuff seeps through, and people are now talking about autism a lot. They're acting like autism is like a new thing. It's not. It's just been here forever. They're like widening the spectrum, right? If you don't believe that, who do you think invented fantasy football? Right? Unlabeled autists, people. It's like, oh, they're not going to let us play. They'll call us gay. We'll play our way. Math. Thank you. I got you on the end there. No, I don't know. Are we okay? We're doing good as a society? Yeah. I don't know how I'm doing. It's hard to put into words. I feel like if I was a woman, I'd probably be dating a DJ. Does that give an idea of who I am, picture beyond words right now? I'm figuring it out. I'm going through it. But, like, it was a tough week. My therapist had me set a boundary. What about? None of your business. That's for me. Yeah. But it was hard. It was good. It was hard. Everybody set boundaries, work on it. But it got me thinking about fear and how it's like a relative thing. Because, like, I'm really into psychedelics, which a lot of people are, like, nervous and scared of, which is fair. They're powerful substances. But, like, on Halloween, I'm going to the desert to do 8 grams of mushrooms and come back both spiritually and possibly physically a new human being. Right? I run towards that anxiety, right? But have me set a boundary? No! Cancel helping someone for the sake of my own mental health? No, a toaster in the tub, right? Autoerotic asphyxiation. Let's see what that's all about.
When you're getting your driver's license back from that drive.
Bro, stop. We listened. No, I don't know. I have one breakup joke. I only do one. In my like other jokes, I talk about how like if a breakup goes poorly, people can change fundamental parts about themselves, kind of to like spite the other person, and it's happening. Right now, my ex, she's like a woke liberal white lady, so you would assume it's like Trumpian or conservative or Republican. No. It's not like, yay, Trump. It's like, yay, burn it down. Violence is inevitable. Fire is a purifying light. Too dark? No, I don't know. No, here's the thing. I went from like revolutionary socialist to anarcho-communist, right? And I know it won't work, but nothing has worked. So burn it down and start over. That's what I'm saying. Because like communism, capitalism, socialism, it's all bullshit because people have these locked ideas of what those words mean, so they can't imagine what those systems could be. That's my TED Talk. I don't know. I'm really far from like the idea of dating another person, but I've been doing reflecting on like what I would want. And I've been very fortunate that like I've always dated like really kind, nice people. So I think going forward, I need me a mean lady. Right? Like I need a devious queen who I know loves me, but I also know despises core parts of my personality. No, okay. Like I want what Lee has. Some of you will get that, some of you won't. It's fine. I crave a relationship where I'm clearly the good guy based solely on how poorly they treat me. Like, I don't ever want to hear from my friends, oh, Hunter, she's so good for you. She's so nice. She's so cool. No, I don't want she's so good for you. I want genuine concern for my well-being. Like, it would be so nice for a friend to sit me down and be like, Hunter, what are you doing? Are you okay? You deserve so much better than that. All right. Like new material, you know. Here's the thing. I don't want a relationship. So if I'm going to get trapped in one, I want it to be short and consistently painful. Any feeling is feeling alive, people. Wake up. Okay, so you liked the end. It's fine. Part of my mental is like looping intrusive thoughts that people hate me. So I would love clarity that they do. I don't know, I'm like a very emotion-driven person. Like I like to think I'm very in touch with my emotions. It like puts me on a path towards like a happier, kinder life. That being said, it's real fun when I meet someone who has no interest in their emotional landscape, right? Just no introspection. They're usually Irish Catholic and from Boston. As a rule, No, I would think Bill Burr before he did mushrooms. That's the type of guy I'm talking about. But I was at this party and I met this dude from Boston, Irish Catholic, and I shared with him that I was from Georgia. And he was like, oh, East Coaster. And I was like, oh, how are you settling in? He was like, oh, East Coaster. People really don't like it when I say fucking queer over here. And I was like, yeah, bro, I bet they don't. I gotta get to know you some more. And I don't judge, right? So I tried to connect. I tried to form a bond. I talked a little bit how, like, you know, I was depressed and disconnected and lonely. And his response was like, bro, why do you have to be lonely? What are you sad about? Look at all these beautiful women and beer. That was adorable. Thinking beer and the idea of women would help me at all. Right? Also, I've done too many drugs for that to, like, be exciting, right? Like, give me a dog or like a psychedelic rabbit I can chase around or like a genuine human connection. That's enticing to me. But I told him that I was like, oh, I'm in like the aftermath of a breakup. And he said, it was a guy. What? Your ex, like, was it a guy? It's like, no, bro, it was a woman. And then I just started laughing. Because that brought me back to high school, right? Because in high school, everybody thought I was gay, right? Like there was no guy, but they always assumed, or there was no person, but they always assumed it would be a guy. My whole life, high school and before. Like I'm very animated. I talk with my hands. People assume it means I want dicks in those hands, right? Right? Like they thought this was just practicing to blow a soccer team. I don't know, right? But it's fine. I got over that. That's 2 minutes also, right? Yeah. Cool. I got over the like weirdness to that. Right? Got over it in high school. It's fine. Whatever. It's kind of funny. But then I went to art school in New York City. Nobody thought I was gay there. If you want to reset your gaydar, step foot in New York City art school. So when he like thought I was a homosexual, it was like, I don't know, it was a weird nostalgia hit. I enjoyed it. It was fun. Hold on. Okay, the gay thing. Yep, beer, women. Yep, hold on. Get beer. Yep. Oh, and then he also tried to convince me to have children, which I find hilarious. Like, bro, if like women I'm having sex with and love won't convince me, a party with hot young people and drugs certainly will. No, all right. I feel like I have a minute, so I don't want to get off. I wrote too much. Proud of me. Look at that. And only one sad breakup joke. Okay. All right, cool. So, I'm from the South, as I said, and I feel like I ran away from that for a while, but I'm starting to embrace parts of it. Not like the xenophobia or like the generalized ignorance or like the sports autism, but like the rebellion, right? Like I don't want to oppress anybody, but tell me what to fucking do, right? Like that. Like my motto is like the South will rise to meet the occasion with kindness and Southern hospitality, eventually. But like it gives you a weird context. Like the Civil War was such a big deal. Billy, you went to school in California. How often did you learn about the Civil War?
Rarely.
Yeah, we did like one semester every year, right? And it went into everything, like even math. Like the only reason we learned what fractions were is because they were a major cause of the Civil War. There we go, 3/5 compromise joke, math, slavery joke. My name is Hunter White. You guys have been fun. Enjoy your night, treat yourselves well, and be kind to yourself.
Hunter, you're too much. You're too much. I love you, my implant brother. Come on in. It's you again. Hello there, handsome. Thank you for being polite. You see how nice and polite he was? He noticed that you were on stage. And he paid already as to Stuart Marina. We're going to sign him in. We're going to keep it going now. I want to bring up somebody who's very, very close to me in so many ways. What name are we going to go under? Your real name? Shushu? Where you at? It's okay?
Yeah.
All right. Now listen, I want you all to let it hang while we listen to the comedy of the one and only Shamaya Bang. Come up here. That light comes on at 8.
Yes. Thank you so
Is
much
she
for having me.
gorgeous?
So
Look
much.
at her.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you so much for having me. So,
Yeah.
my name is Shumaya Bang Weinstein, and no relation to Harvey Weinstein, okay? That's right. We're the good Weinsteins. I promise you. My family tree, it's a little twisted. We got a bunch of Muslims, a bunch of Jews coexisting together like Ocean Parkway in Brooklyn. That's right. So as you know, you can tell we're from New York, me and my husband. And we came out here right before the pandemic. And our first time, I went there to DMV. Let me tell you about my experience at DMV. So I go there with my marriage certificate, and I want to change my name from Shamaya Bang to Shamaya Bang and Weinstein. So the lady's like, oh, so you're married to Harvey Weinstein? I'm like, no, lady, Eric Weinstein. And that's not the brother neither. That's the real E from Entourage. Eric Weinstein, the real E. I'm sure you guys heard that show. So getting married to E was definitely no bed of roses. Now, this is the ultimate bachelors. You got George Clooney, Brad Pitt, you got Eric Weinstein, E. That's right. Mark Wahlberg, he's a good Christian man. Hallelujah. He settled down very early. So, but now me, I have to try to get E to settle down, and that was a trip. So I don't know how many of you are single out here. I did 8 years. It was like a bid. I was doing a bid with E for 8 years. I was living with him on 13 West 82nd Street in a small studio apartment with a big dream of making it. I gave him an ultimatum. I said, 8 years, we don't move out to LA, it's over, buddy, it's over. I'm gonna find me another rich man. I'm gonna find me a Hollywood producer man. You're what, 60? I'm gonna find me somebody 70. Because, you know, I'm trying to be like Anna Nicole Smith, baby. I'm trying to be a billionaire. But on my own money, though. You know, obviously, you see me here trying to make it. Obviously, I haven't made it yet. I'm still trying to get on E's project list. You understand? That's right. He helped Vince, the character, E. E helped us, Mark Wahlberg. So I'm like, baby, you got to help me, right? You got to help me. How many of you out here struggling actors, comedians? You, right? Right there. Like my 5-year-old would say. High five. Hell yeah. All right, there we go. And me, as you can tell, I'm a struggling mom, so I'm here doing comedy, and becoming a mom made me, like, get into therapy. Like, I had to go to therapy, and I noticed every comedian here goes to therapy, right? just tell you a little bit off topic this week. I had to get therapy for therapy. You know how they got vacation for a vacation? So I'm at my therapist and I'm like, yeah, so let me tell you what happened. You know, I just came back from New York. It was hell. It was hell. And here I am, and I left my daughter with the nanny for the first time. I have trust issues, so I left my daughter with the nanny. I come back, I found my baby's dead body with the broken arm. I felt like I was in a movie. I ripped off my shirt, and I'm in a bra carrying her. It was traumatic. So I go to the therapist. I'm like, therapist, I'm here because I need therapy from that day, that Tuesday. I didn't come last week. I need therapy for that therapy session. I need a refund. But yeah, it's hard. It's hard. I thought it was hard trying to get pregnant, having a baby, getting E to make me his baby mama. Boy, having a baby was even harder. Let me tell you why it was so hard. So after we finally decided he's going to marry me, only reason he married me was because I became Jewish. Wait, let's rewind. So it was before I met E. It was post 9/11. I'm from New York, as I said. After 9/11, I was scared, man. I didn't want to be Muslim anymore. I was like, everybody, they got 7/11 and then they got 9/11. I was like, oh, hell no. I'm not a Punjab or a Taliban. Like, you got me twisted, buddy. So I said, let me go find me a new faith. And that's when I found me Jesus. Amen. Hallelujah. I met this fine black man on Black Planet, the only black man with the Jewish name. Guess what his last name was? Zimmerman. That's right. A fine brother with a name like that. Make you want to be. I wasn't sure if I wanted to be Jesus or I wanted to meet Moses, but it was fine. Anyways, here I am. He takes me to church. He's like, all right, you have all these issues. Raise your hands. So I'm like, I raise my hand. I feel the Spirit. I feel it. Hallelujah. Next thing I know, the pastor's like, come on, get on your knees. And you got to pray. And I was like, pray to what? The only thing I could think about, oh, hell no, this is not the religion for me. So I walked away. You know, Catholic religion is beautiful, but it's just not for me. God bless those Christians. So then I'm on my journey finding myself, my spirituality, and that's when I was an intern at NBC, I remember, and they were like, oh my God, Madonna is at this Halloween party in the middle of March. Why? March. Halloween is my favorite time of the year. That is like my favorite party because my birthday's coming up. You guys are all invited. I'm having a birthday party after my comedy show here. You can do your little thing for free. We're gonna screen you though before you come. Can't just. We're gonna have to screen you. It's gonna be a casting, and you're gonna have to get on my casting couch. I don't think you can even walk. Anyways, like I said, no relation to Harvey Weinstein, but I am a Weinstein, baby. You know, talking about all these criminals. You know, Diddy just got 4 years, right? Woo! That's right. You get 4 years. You know, you do the crime, you gotta do the time. You're lucky you got away with a whole lot of other shit. Anyways, let me keep going. We'll come back to that another time. So, Purim, back to this holiday. So Madonna's at this holiday in March. I'm like, I need to be there. They're dressing naked. I need to find a reason to party with these people. I get there, next thing I know, I'm in love with this whole holiday. They're like, yeah, you should come to Shabbat. Next thing I know, I'm at Pesach. Next thing I'm doing Yom Kippur fasting. And all I know is I'm getting converted and I'm a Jew now. And what a great time to be Jewish. I got my star, David. That's right. And I believe in world peace. So I'm not saying any kind of killing of anyone is right. We need to figure it out. And I hope through me, my comedy, my baby, we can create that peace in the world through entertainment. Because during times of war, I studied in school with my 2 master's degree that only thing that sells is entertainment. So you guys got to keep being funny and keep making people laugh, especially during those dark times, right? That's why I'm here. Because if life was made in the shade, I wouldn't need to be here entertaining myself, let alone entertaining you. So anyway, so my husband said, all right, you converted, I'm going to marry you. So we come out to to LA from New York. And after our beautiful Bollywood Jewish wedding, I mean, it was extravagant. It was everything I dreamed of. I'm ready to have a baby. It's like, this is it. I'm going to have a baby with E. And they're like, nah, you can't have no kids. IVF problem, fertility problem. Next thing I know, I'm stuck doing IVF. It was heartbreaking. It was devastating. It might have been the hardest thing in my life, and it was right during the pandemic. So here is the whole world is wiping out, and I'm like, nope, I'm going to do me another round. I'm going to procreate. People thought I was crazy. Every time they're like, you can get out. I'm like, all right, let's go. Let's go shoot me up. Some shots here, shots here. I was getting shot up 300 shots. Like, I swear to God. I was a Wagyu beef. I had ass for days. Tits. I was like, hold on. I gotta read. I wrote this one today. You guys won't like this line. Hold on, I gotta read my line right here. So that part, I'm gonna give you. Yeah, this is the cute part. You don't like that. Oh, I got 2 minutes, so let me give you my last 2 minutes. I'm gonna read, if you don't mind. Here we go. Sorry. I have a Wagyu beef right here. No, I got it's a line.
Cut to the chase.
Cut to the chase. All right, throw some tomatoes at me. I don't mind. Anyways, it doesn't matter. Ladies and gentlemen, so after that, I did do my rounds of IVF, and I had my miracle baby on the day of Hanukkah. Thank you so much. So my miracle did manifest, and here I am trying to be a good role model to my daughter, to be a good American, Jewish, Bangladeshi woman, and I want to represent for my people. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. You can find me on Instagram, Facebook, and I'll be performing everywhere around you, so keep looking out. Shemaya Bang. Thank you. Thank you so much.
She did it with the bang. You can't interrupt. That's the rules. You can't interrupt. You can't interrupt.
Sorry.
Give me some sugar. That was
Thank you
great.
so much.
That was great. Oh my God. Because your baby's going to change the world. And what we're going to say is that she was a rag doll. That's the word we're going to do. We're going to say I picked up this rag doll. All right. I know I'm always thinking in advance because I have to do this kind of thing. But if you guys need an Addy, you might need one for the comedy of Patty. So let's give it up.
I'll need some mock enthusiasm. Keep it going. Don't let these guys stop you. Don't wait. Keep it going for me. I was on time. One more time for on time comedians. You guys go sit down. It's okay. We forgive you. Tell them it's okay. All of you tell them it's okay. It's okay. We accept you. Don't sit in my chair, though. You will not be accepted. That's my chair. Don't sit there. No, don't sit there. What's that? I don't need any help, sir. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, my agent. Give it up for my agent here. This guy. Just ask people where you can sit while I'm trying to do stand-up. That endears you even more to me. He's a good man, though. What's your name? Jason. Jason, give it up for Jason. He's a good man. Good man. Good. Just he's here. Jason knows that there's anybody here. No one here is mentally healthy, or they would not fucking be here. A stable life, like a nice mentality, a mom who loves you, doesn't fucking lead you here. Does not. And I think tonight, we'll all agree when I say probably the best stand-up comedy name I have ever heard. Shemaya Weinstein. Wow. Give it up for the comedy stylings. She has been every religion. You have been every religion there is. And I don't think you can get a Bangladeshi Jewish comedian. You're the best one I've ever seen.
Oh, thank you.
Because that is the most opposite. You choose you couldn't be more un-Muslim than being Jewish. You know what I mean? You both bless your meat, but there seems to be an ongoing antagonism between the two of you. I don't know if you know that. Probably. This is good, and I love Hunter. He's a great guy. But you brought up therapy, and you guys are all in therapy, right? Yes. Ariel, she says, why do they all think I'm not like the rest of these fucking people? Are you kidding? I'm here. She's come here like she's gone on a safari to look at the wild, the mentally unhealthy in their natural habitat, a comedy open mic. Yes, let me tell you what this is. You really want to know what you've stepped into? Comedy open mic, it's more like a fucking tiny cult or an abusive orphanage. Don't come here saying, love me, love me, love me. That's not what the fuck goes on here, mates. No, mates. No, I'm not mentally healthy. I got up here today. I felt great. I was at my house in front of a big TV with my wife kind of paying attention to me. And I thought to myself, Jesus, Pat, why don't you get your car, drive 23.8 miles, and then pay $10 to be mildly ignored by your peers. Where Shania Weinstein will mock you as you do stand-up comedy. I thought that was a great idea, but you know what? Not here. Not you guys. You're good. You're good. You're pretty good. Most of you are kind of good. But you're all sexy, and that's all that fucking matters. So you brought up therapy, and I just wanted to say something. Yes, I've gotten into therapy, mostly because Hunter White insisted. But he's a good man. I love this man. And what I've learned through therapies for some time is that tension, all tension, is sexual tension. Since I've learned that, my relationship with my Uncle Dusty has grown in leaps and bounds. Look, I'm going to say something. I'm going to say it out loud, and I believe it was, I think it was American comedy genius and child bridegroom Woody Allen, who said, oh, you like that bit, did you? Fucking like it. He just popped off right there. I think it was that Woody, you want to do it again when I say it? Okay, Woody Allen, who said, if God hates pedophilia so much, why did he make my stepchildren so hot? Oh, too much? Too much? Take your fucking time with that. Take your time. And I think it was one of my favorites, American hip-hop diva and gynecological lyricist, Sexy Red, who said, she knows her personally, by the way. She knows her, Sexy Red. And Icy Spite, the fart song, she's got a new one, the Shart song. I don't know if you're familiar. It's messier. It's fucking messier. But I forgot where I was. Where was I? Oh, Little Red. It was not Little Red, Sexy Red. Little Red is Sexy Red's cousin. Yeah. Sexy Red said, anything's a dildo if you're brave enough. Wow. Oh, that was Hillary Clinton. I'm sorry. That was a wrong quote. That was a wrong quote. A very young Hillary Clinton. Very young Hillary Clinton. It was a homeless three-way I had back in the 70s. Who said? But no, I digress. See, I've got an expert here with Miss Weinstein. I cannot just pop off willy-nilly about these hip-hop greats. I will be put in check. No, it was. I think it was. And you can correct me if I'm wrong. You cannot, though. I think it was once again Sexy Red who said, and I quote, "My pussy pink, my booty hole brown." Oh my God. How prolific! Have truer words ever been spoken? Have they? Have they? Just to, in this age of any gender confusion, to proudly proclaim. This is what that is. I know bold, revolutionary couldn't be said a couple of years ago, but she said it. You know why? She don't give a fuck. That's what I like most about Sexy Red. And her ass. She has a nice ass. I'm sorry. I've lost you now, haven't I? Here's what I want to say, and Hunter kind of hit on this earlier. It's all relative, right? Like, what was gay at your school in Georgia, 10 years ago, here isn't so gay, right? A guy here could have painted fingernails and cry in public, and don't mean he's gay. And that's fine. It's okay. That's all right. Cry in public. Paint your fingernails. But for the love of God, no more fucking podcasts, okay? I've had enough of these podcasts. Build a canoe in the garage. Get someone pregnant. Do something. So acquire life. Leap in with... I have to tell you something. I've been doing this a long time. And I know that in order for it to work, I have to be somewhat relatable to you. And you kind of got to like me a little bit because I say crazy shit. So a little bit, you got to like me or it doesn't work, right? I did a show last week, paid very well, at a kind of a kitschy little place in West Hollywood. And I got out there and I realized I have nothing in common with these people. I have nothing, and I'll tell you why, because I have stuff that works, obviously not what I'm doing now, but I have stuff that works, and I realized this crowd doesn't relate to me because this crowd, they're 30-somethings who relate more to ass-eating than parenthood. Sorry, it's true. You don't really find that audience anywhere else in the country. 30-somethings have a couple kids, they've worked all week, and if they come to a comedy show, they're fucking laughing. And you can do comedy here that basically is designed to make white people nervous and comfort men who wear dresses. But it doesn't work in Kansas City. You can do that here for free all you want, but in Kansas City, it won't work. And that's where they fucking pay you. You know what I'm saying? This is just a complaint. It's not even a joke. It's just a fucking complaint. What I was getting at is I'm about the same age as most of the people in that audience's racist uncle.
Oh my God.
Right? That's pretty much true. But for a second, you know, I don't think I'm racist, but neither does my racist uncle. Right? Right? My racist uncle thinks I'm a communist because I voted for Obama twice, and I made the mistake of telling him. I've been Obama's girlfriend now for 17 years. It's all degrees, is what I'm trying to say to you, you know? And I think you should be a little more gentle with me, all of you. The whole bunch of you, because I have had a pretty fucking rough week. All right? My knuckle hurt, for fuck's sake. Yesterday, an elderly Filipino gentleman called me a white supremacist. It's the last fucking time I give my father-in-law a ride to Panda Express. He's fucking 88 years old, and he's 88-year-old Filipino man, and he's fucking obsessed. He lives with us now, and he's fucking obsessed with Panda Express. After driving there 8, 9, 10 times a week, it's insane. It's insane. But I took him there yesterday, and we get in there. He's so fucking happy, you know. We get the orange chicken, which whoever makes that orange chicken should be granted citizenship immediately. It's so fucking good. I've been there. A round of applause for the fucking orange chicken at Panda Express, you bastard. But anyway, he goes to the bathroom, he comes back, he's fucking livid. He's fucking mad. I said, Dad, what's wrong? He goes, Dad, the Mexicans in the kitchen. Oh, I'm doing the voice. He's my father-in-law. I get to do the voice. It's a comedy rule. The Mexicans in the kitchen are being racist to me. They call me Chino. I'm Filipino. I said, Dad, just point it out. Show me which one. He said, I don't know. They all look alike.
I knew it was coming.
So, just an interesting side note. FYI, I talked to the manager after the meal. Turns out those Mexicans in the kitchen were El Salvadorian. We have a racist tie. We have a racist tie. Don't you love a racist tie? Equality of assumption? No, a racist tie sounds better, right? Racist tie! But here's the deal. I know all this leads to white supremacism. I don't know how, but I'm sure one of you will point it out. Because I heard a rumor, some of you have heard this rumor, some of you haven't, that Candace Owens' vagina is a white supremacist. That rumor was started by Dr. Umar. Yeah, stop. That spits for Atlanta next week. You guys know what the fuck I'm talking about. I do know Hunter voted for Dr. Umar in our last election.
Oh yeah, riding, baby.
Well, listen, you guys could give yourself a round of applause at this point. You've been kind of mediocre, but I love you anyway. I love you anyway. And I will leave here.
Wow, where do they follow you?
You can follow me at Patty for Comedy, but Patty with the DPADDYFOR COMEDY. I book a show at the Mix. It's been there for the last 3 years, every Wednesday. So I'm going to get the fuck out of here, but I'm going to quote famed comedian Louis C.K. Thank you for allowing me to expose myself. Give it up for Soon to Prove this is.
I'm exposing myself. As we speak, listen, we've got people that are here working on their sets for their showcase, and right now, that means at 3 we're gonna like this next gentleman come to the stage, and all you need to know is that his name is Armando. All right, how are you? Are you here? All right.
Okay. There you go. Thank you. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening. I love saying good evening, although I gotta tell you, some people find it creepy. Yeah, they look at me like I'm about to sell them a coffin or something. Like, good evening. Can I interest you in this 5'6" beautiful Mexican mahogany casket?
Oh my
But I gotta tell you, I like the way that it sounds. I think good evening sounds classy. Like at a drive-through, instead of saying, "Hey, I'll take the chicken nugget," why not enhance the experience with a good evening? Can I take 12 of your finest chicken figments, a lush lush malt, and a duet of bovine medallions shrouded in dairy veil. That's a fancy way of saying double cheeseburger, bit. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening. My name is Armando Yee Jr. There's Armando Yee 1.0, Armando Yee 2.0. Yes, I got the good English. Thank you very much. And a lot of people say Armando Yee. They look at me, they say, Yee? You don't look like a Yee. What is that? Is that Korean, Filipino, non-binary? Non-binary, sir? Yes, non-binary. Yee, it is Chinese. I'm Mexican Chinese. I'm Mexinese. My father is a quarter Chinese. My mother is Mexican, and of course that makes me 100% confused, especially when people ask me what kind. Yes, thank you very much, sir. This is on good. Especially when they ask me what kind of rice do you like, Armando? Well, I like it all. I like brown rice. I like Mexican rice. I gotta say, the most Chinese part of my body. The most Chinese part of my body is my brain. The most Chinese part of my body is my brain. It allows me to calculate things very quickly. Yes, I can calculate how many tacos I can eat before I pass out. I can also calculate how much free chips and salsa I can get before they start charging me. So it certainly does come in handy. But I gotta tell you, I was born and raised in San Diego, California, but I grew up in Tijuana, and I had to cross the border every single day. And crossing the border every day, you become bilingual very quickly. I learned Spanish, English, and Border Patrol small talk. Yeah, Border Patrol small talk. It's real. It's some of the first English I ever learned happened at the border. Coming up to the border, officer knocks on the window, and this really was some of the first English I ever learned. I said, "Good morning, officer." And he says, "Anything to declare?" This, if you've been to Tijuana, you know this is really how it goes at the border. He says, "Anything to declare?" And this is young me. I would say, "No declaration, no apple, no banana, no mango." So my first English. In the back of my mind, I'm thinking, "Oh my gosh, I hope he doesn't check my backpack. I've got 3 bean and cheese burritos, an extra large bag of hot Cheetos, and my cousin Jorge hiding in a Pringles can. I hope he doesn't find that. We don't want that." Then, yes. By the time I sat down in the classroom, I'd been patted down, profiled, cross-examined, and interrogated. And that was just by my abuelita, who wanted to check that I had my little lunch for school. Speaking of my abuelita, I'm getting the red light early, but I'll tell you about my abuelita very briefly. My abuelita, she's 82 years of age, and she still loves to drink Tecate beer. She still loves to drink, yes, Billy knows what I'm saying. She loves at 82, and at this point, I'm not sure if it's just beer or if it's her daily vitamins and supplements for Tecate. I say, "Abuelita, did you take your meds today, your medicina?" She says, "Sí, mijo, I took 2 cold ones with lime." I said, "Oh, wow, yeah, that's very good." And she also loves to cook. She loves to cook. She'll have the pan in one hand, she'll have the Tecate beer in the other, and she says that everything is enhanced with Tecate. You know, Tecate beer, the beer. Tecate, she says, carne asada with Tecate. She says, frijoles, beans with Tecate. Cake, pastel de 3 leches, cake of 3 leches. She added a 4th leche on there. She made a pastel de 4 leches. You can imagine what that is. That's Tecate as well. She added that as well. But the best I'll leave you with this is that bedtime stories, my grandmother, most abuelitas, they read their grandchildren little fairy tales. My grandmother, she'll just read whatever's on the Tecate beer can. It's like, "Once upon a time, proudly brewed in Mexico since 1944. And the kids are like, "Oh, wow, abuelita, tell me about that cerveza con carácter, that beer with character, one more time." And so my grandma, I love my grandmother. I'm actually going to go visit her tomorrow. Thank you very much.
My name
is Armando. You can find me right here at the LA School of Comedy.
It's okay. We're good. Oh, I love it. How great was that? Bravo! Bravo! I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you.
Green light early, right?
No, it wasn't early. Remember, your set's going to be 5 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Your industry set is 5 minutes. So now you've got your. Now you can choose another 5 minutes if you want.
It's okay.
That's a great one.
That's fine. Let's keep
Let's keep going. Use me while I'm here, while I'm breathing. We don't know when I'm going to trip and fall. We don't know. It's really so not funny, but that's okay. I want to hear a hip hip holla. Let's give it for Chaka Ra. Is that it? Chaka! Chaka! Is this your first time here?
This is my second time.
Yeah, right? I was saying, have you
Yeah.
been here a few times?
Yeah, I use my oven there.
Oh, that's okay. Don't worry. I won't get you child support.
Oh What y'all doing? What y'all do tonight?
Yeah.
All right. Give it up, give it up.
All right.
Give it up for my man Patty. Where Patty at?
I'm right here, sir. Right back
Man, that is an intense guy right there, man. That's an intense guy right there. You know what I mean? But hey, you know, I think we all intense.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, we all intense. Hey, you intense? I don't know about this guy, man. I don't think he's intense. Yeah.
Intensity out.
Yeah, take the intensity out. Okay. I like that. Right now, like I'm intense as far as like, oh man, I'm in a bad space, man, in my life. You know, fuck. I heard about it so many times, you know, man. People always talk about it and stuff like that, but I never thought I'd be in this situation. I'm in the friend zone, you know.
Welcome, brother.
PhD.
I got all these females, man. They want me to be their friends. You know what I mean?
I'm a different one.
I mean, maybe it's because all of them are like stud females.
Oh my God.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, these ladies, man, I love them, man. You know what I'm saying? These studs, it's like, with all this BBL shit and all this stuff, you know, women with all this, fake hair and all that, you know, I ain't knocking it, you know what I'm saying? You know, not necessarily that. It's just like, they're doing too much for attention. So these studs, girl, man, they're taking over the game. They're still women, you know, they're taking over the game. Shit, you know what I mean? I'm a sugar daddy to a couple of them.
Swinging gates.
I am. I'm a sugar daddy to a couple of them. Shit, you better believe me. Shit, I love them. You know? But the dating game, man, it's crazy, you know what I mean? It's real crazy, you know. And I'm telling you right now, and I told all these stuff, females. I told, you know what I'm saying? I be in all these females' inbox now, on social media. I be in all of their inbox. You know what I'm saying? So when this shit, quote unquote, whatever, you know what I'm saying? They got a label on, you know, when you get to the, you know what I'm saying, the mountain top or whatever, when they pop off, you know what I mean? And you hear, oh yeah, he was doing this, and he was doing this, and he was, yeah, I'm telling you right now, I was doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? I was doing that shit. Shit, I was in this female inbox over there, you know, I hit her up and she gonna tell me some shit like, why you poking me or whatever. I said, because I want to. Man, shit. She had an attitude. You know what she said? She said, I know you're funny body looking ass and fucking talking. And I'm like, what the fuck? Because at that time I was in the gym, you know what I'm saying? I was feeling myself and shit. You know what I'm saying? Looking in the mirror like, man, I'm looking nice. And then somebody, you know, tell me that, oh, you funny body looking ass? I was like, what the fuck? This workout shit, man, what's going on with it? So I said, you know what, man? I know you're crackhead ass in talking. You know what I'm saying? And she's like, crackhead? What do you mean I'm a crackhead? You talking to me. You must like crackhead. I said, shit, you know. Everybody got to be like Bobby Brown sometimes. You know what I mean? But what's going on right now, man? That boy Donald Duck presents. Donald Duck presents. I remember that, right? Yeah, like that's what I be thinking about when I see your young boy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, my boy.
No, I mean, is your boy?
No,
He could be my boy.
Is your boy? You know what I'm saying? Yo, he was my boy at one time. Come on, this is the dude that stood up for Mike Tyson when they was charging me with that. You know what I mean? Yeah, he stood up for him. Not only that, I went to see Donald Trump at the convention center. Yeah, I spent a fucking $100 to see my man. It was him, Michael Kawasaki, And who else was it?
The Learning Annex?
Tony Robbins.
And Learning Annex?
Yeah, Learning Annex.
That's right, me too.
Yeah, what the fuck? I was jumping up and jumping up and shit. Oh no, I was feeling it, you know. And I went to see what's his name, nigga Mike Kiyosaki. Me telling you all about getting money and shit like that, you know. And that was cool. And then Tony Robbins, you know, he's motivating you and shit. Then I went to see Donald Trump, and he was talking some good stuff, man. Like, the first thing he said is like, if you ever, you know what I'm saying, you get money and you get married and all that stuff, get yourself a prenuptial agreement. You know what I'm saying? He said that shit. I was like, oh shit, okay, I hear that. Then he was talking about, another thing he was talking about, don't ever believe your own hype. Because he said that what happened to him was, he was doing everything was nice, so in newspapers, there was all, it's a Midas, he got the Midas touch, he got the Midas touch. So he said, you know what, fuck it. I got the Midas touch. I ain't getting the fuck out of bed then. He didn't get out of bed. He said, you know what? Now the Midas touch, motherfucker, he went bankrupt. You know what I'm saying? He went bankrupt from that shit. And just because of that, he said, you know what I'm saying, don't believe your own hype, you know? And then
Oh yeah.
he also said something that I love, that they always inspire me. He said something that I love. He said, pray for the leaders of this country. He said that shit. And I was like, man, fuck with Donald Trump. It's my dog. You know what I'm saying? When he said that shit, I'm like, that's my dog. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I'm fucking with this dude right here. You know what I'm saying? And if he becomes president, I want to, you know what I'm saying? I want to be able to vote for him. But then when he became president, I wasn't able to vote, like, because of, you understand what happened, why I couldn't vote? You understand what happened, why I couldn't vote?
Yes.
What you think happened?
Jail.
Jail?
Oh my God.
Why you just assume I went to jail? Damn, man. What the fuck? But you right, though. I did, you know.
I
went
did
to
prison
jail.
reform in New
I
York,
went to
I
jail.
know.
Yeah, I went to jail. I went to jail, you know what I mean? But anyway, so then I saw the thing with standing on somebody's neck, and I'm like, what the fuck, man? I don't know about this situation, you know. So thank you guys. Appreciate all of you guys. Okay? All right.
Where can we find you?
Oh, you can see me on Instagram, Chaka Reagan.
Don't inbox me.
Oh boy.
Bro, you forgot Donald Trump's main thing. Acting crazy, man. That's how you get your way. Think about it.
Yeah, 'cause normally when anybody mentions Trump, everybody looks at me. So it was a
Trying
very
to get me up there. Oh my God, it's gonna be tonight.
All I got is work on my fucking head.
So, I'm gonna continue on, but I just wanna say that we have, I just came in the middle of all this, and I just wanted to say that we have an acting class going on here. And I'm really happy about it because you guys need cold copy. This is LA. They call you in. You think all of that studying, all those years, Stanislavski, Uta Hagen, they give you a script, ain't none of that shit gonna be on there, okay? None of it. All the money. And I studied at Carnegie Hall. It got me nothing.
Yep.
Comedy got me to where I am. Comedy got me into acting. This is true, yeah.
All right, I got that.
And when you have a degree in criminal justice and you have to try to make things funny every day, it's a good audience to work with, and they're pretty hot. The guys don't complain. And I was saying that you'd have a flat ass, they were complaining about American Express. I love American Express. You know what they are? I use them for, seriously, I use them as my travel agent, and they hate me for that. But I wanted to finish about this because when you guys call me about working on a script, what you don't understand is that they're going to change your script. They are going, she can tell you she's married to someone in the business. What they think they're gonna get the next morning, which they stayed up all night partying and memorizing, no, boom, you gotta learn that cold copy like that. And so I'm gonna have to end early, and maybe you can ask Billy to finish, but my daughter's going back to London, and so I have to go and see her before she leaves, so I could boo-hoo all night. And I know, so then I have to end my live TikTok. Thank you. And all you guys who follow me on TikTok, please follow the LA School of Comedy, because I've got over 1,000, but I need the LA School of Comedy to have over 1,000. And then we're going to like start bad mouthing my dentist, okay? His logo, let him sue me.
No, he'll fuck with your teeth.
And he hasn't already? I look like a Billy, okay? A black hillbilly, all right? Next thing you know, I'll be having sex with my brother. He's in the grave. That's scary. And so I'm going to turn over the microphone right now to the director of the Film Actors Cafe, who's going to finish off the night, and bring Billy to do this if you want, because we love Billy. It's also, hey, give a shout out. It's National Hispanic Month. I learned that. I'm just saying it because I look Puerto Rican. It's like hunting my son. All right. But definitely make sure you check out this, oh my God, and the stories he has. We're not going to talk about it, but the acting stories. If you ever do a web series, it will teach people how to act. Can I just say one thing? Can I do one of your bits?
Yeah. Go for it.
So this guy is teaching a kid, and the kid's dog is lost. And when you lose an animal, you have to be able to cry. You know, they want you to be able to, oh, Lassie! Like, and the kid goes, what's the dog's name? Sebastian?
Tom Duncans.
No.
Tom Duncans.
The dog's name?
Yeah, Tom Duncans.
He's like,
Tom Duncans.
come on, Tom Duncans. Come on. So Aaron's like, this is your dog. It is. He's trying to bring it out of him. Oh my God, Aaron, you are the funniest. You are the funniest.
I'll tell you what I said later.
He has more stories than that, but right now, let me turn over the room, and I thank you all, and you and everybody else who's here. You guys know where to reach me. If you want to take classes to get on the showcase, get the information from them, and as I introduced to you, the one and only Aaron McIntyre, director of the Film Actors Cafe. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right.
No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that because I don't fucking know anything. It was Hispanic month. Do I look Hispanic? No. Name's Aaron McIntyre. I'm a mess. I am definitely mentally ill. I'm certified. So, anybody else have any certificates here? Certificate? He's certified. He knows the fucking fight song. We got a fight song and everything. I can't remember because I got dementia. But, because I'm getting older. Yeah, everybody thought I was gay too. Yeah, and I tried to act so butch. You know, come here, hey baby, what's up? And say, are you talking to me? And I go, yes, my lady! Got the wrist and everything. I did wear a thong once. Felt pretty good. I gotta say, ladies, I gotta say, the thong felt pretty darn good. I did some exotic dancing when I was in college. I wasn't old enough, but it was the funniest thing in the world because I handed the guy my, it's like you go back. I didn't even think about it. I'm going into a 21 bar. It's called PTs, pussy teasers. And Tuesday night was ladies' night. So there were no gays in Colorado Springs. They were never there. They never showed up. It was always ladies. And I did it twice. I didn't have any money to go out and buy a costume and shit, So I wore a dance belt. It's kind of ridiculous. But anyway, I handed the guy my card, and he just looked at it. He got this really puzzled face, and he went, "Okay," and handed it back to me. I was like 19 years old. So I got up there and danced twice. I went for 2 nights. I actually made some pretty good money. I made $80 a night, so I must have had something in that dance belt. You know what I'm saying? But the second night I was up there dancing, doing my thing, and all of a sudden I looked down, and there's this woman looking at me like this. And she looked like my mother. And so, I had to stop. Because it was too much for me. But the thong was great. For a long time I didn't understand it. I just thought that it would, kind of get
stuck up there or something, but it doesn't. There's something about the sphincter that keeps it out. You know, it's nice and tight. Yeah. So my certification is in bipolar. I am bipolar. Thank you. Anybody else bipolar? Just raise both hands. If you're obsessive compulsive, clap 3 times and then raise your hand. Thank you. Oh, there we go. We got one in the audience. That's good. That's good. I'm not in therapy actually right now, which is kind of bad. I contacted first of all, I have to have hot therapists. I just, I can't tell all of my shit to unless they're hot, So I just scroll through. Oh, she's good. Okay. Oh no, this is the one I want. So it just makes me, feel better about talking about the fact that I haven't had sex in 14 years. Well, I mean, it's dog years. So, but it sounds better, because it sounds a whole lot better. Maybe I'll get a pity fuck. You know what I'm saying? 14 years, that's terrible. And God knows, I'd really much rather have a pity fuck than a relationship at this point. It was 18 years I was married. I was married for 18 years. Got a beautiful daughter out of it. I don't know. Has anybody else done like an Ancestry or 23andMe or something like that? Yeah. So it's this thing. They take your saliva, and then they figure out where you're from, and they figure out if you have any issues in your family, like diseases and stuff like that, and so I did the 23andMe, and I found out I do have something. I have a 43-year-old daughter that I didn't know I had. It was a big surprise. My younger daughter actually called me and said, "Is it possible that I have a sister?" I said, "Man, this is the 70s. Anything is fucking possible at this point." Yeah. Yes, I am. I'm officially this year. I am moving beyond middle age. I'm gonna be a senior citizen this year. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Yeah. I'm gonna be 65 years old. I know. I look fantastic for my age. But I am a total mess. I'm bald, that's obvious, which, it's, most people get like balding patterns where it's just bald on top, and then they got the side. That's okay, but I didn't have that. I had little patches, I think like I'd gone through chemo, and it was just all falling out. But I had a nice clump in the front. So I just grew it really long and I pushed it back to cover it. It was only a problem when I leaned over to pick something up, because then it would flop down in my face, and then everybody would see the thing on the top. Or if I was in the wind, if I was out in the wind, it was like one of those balloon people out in front of the auto store, Yeah, the dark side. JR always has to bring up the dark side. Yeah. So let's hear. I have that. I have no lips. You noticed, right? No lips. Thanks, Dad. Fucker. He also gave me some other stuff too that I'll get to later. But yeah, no lips. I got hair everywhere that I don't want it. It's like, it's not where I want it, it's everywhere else. It's like on my ears, if I wait a month, I look like a fucking garden gnome. Like I'm just sitting outside the house. I got the big bug eyes from my mom, right? I did a show once and they filmed me way back from the back of the theater, and all you could see is these eyes going. So that was not good. What else? I have no ass. I mean, I have one, but you gotta really look for it. And one leg. This is the other thing I got from my dad. This leg is like about 1.5 inches shorter than this one, which is really annoying. And I tried to get it like evened out. I went to the foot doctor, and they were like, "Oh yeah, we could put a little lift in there, and it'll make." And I tried to get him to make them even, and he goes, no, you've been walking around for 40 years like this, you can't make them even. If you make them even, then you're going to topple over. So They just, pumped it up just a little bit. So, yeah, no ass, but I do like hot women. I'm kind of obsessed with hot women. I see a really good-looking woman walking down the street. I will drive around the block to see her again. I don't follow her home or anything like that. I'm not a stalker. But, I like to look.
But officer.
It's funny, yes, an officer and a gentleman. What the hell are you talking about, Jake?
Great movie.
I don't know. Yeah, it was pretty rough growing up because I was a hippie and we moved to this town with a rodeo ground, so you could kind of guess how I fit in. Walking in, I got my earring, and I got my long hair, and I got one of those little scraggly beards. That's all I could grow. This little shitty beard like here. And they were all walking around with belt buckles and cowboy hats and cowboy boots and shit like that. We had a rodeo and the saddle club right next door. And my dad was in the military, so we, the Air Force is kind of like, it's more of a melting pot than most of the schools, over the years. So it was quite a shock. It took me about a year, and I was like, there's no people of color here. They went, oh yeah, there was a black family moved in here about 2 years ago. They had to leave because the kids were tormented in school. So fortunately, I wasn't black. I am a racist, though. I'm totally a racist. There's one particular race that I just really can't stand. It's the human race. Not you people. You people are great. You people are great, but most of them are really bad. Before I moved down here, I was up in Berkeley. I don't know. Anybody familiar with Berkeley? Berkeley? Yeah. Woo, Berkeley. Oh, a bunch of fucking white people. God, there's so many white people there. And they're all privileged, and they all, a tree is going to be cut down, and they all come to the city council meetings with branches in their hair and standing out front, free the trees, and all this kind of shit. 2.5 hour public comment because they were doing the SNPs program. They were giving, vasectomies to, they were fixing dogs. 2.5 hours of people coming up at 2 minutes apiece going, "You're taking my dog's right to have a family." So I moved down here and immediately moved to Crenshaw, because I didn't want to see those white people. Didn't see a white person for 2.5 weeks until I looked in the mirror. And then I felt a whole lot better. But Hunter and Billy just helped me move. Let's give them a hand they fucking helped me out, man. It was so awesome. Yeah. So yeah, I moved to WeHo. So now I'm in West Hollywood, and god damn, there's a lot of hot women down there. You know what I'm saying?
Movie hole.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Coffee shops and places to buy clothes, and I could go shopping for furniture now instead of going to the dollar store to get all of your stuff, and either that or a Chinese donut shop. That's all they have down there. That's all they have. They don't have anything else. Lots of weed shops, but they don't serve coffee, so they don't have tables, so I take my computer and go and work in the weed shop. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, I do have class here, 7 o'clock on Tuesday nights. Every Tuesday night, just show up. You can do one class for $50 or $60. If you take a series of 4 or more, it's $50. And you get one of these fabulous T-shirts. Look at this, huh? Nice design. Yes, I did the whole thing. It was all me.
What do you teach?
I teach people how to be quiet in the audience. Yeah. No, acting. It's acting.
But I mean,
It's an acting class.
You teach Meisner Conrad?
Oh, God, no. Not Meisner. You got to go through way too much Meisner to get that.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Meisner.
That's the problem. I'm going to talk about Meisner now.
Meisner
The
up in here.
problem
Where do
with
you think you're
Meisner.
at, homie?
Here's the problem with Meisner. It's too long, and people never finish the whole program. So they come out thinking that it's, hey man, what are you doing? wife left me. Oh God, that sucks. That's it, man. That's all you get. That's naturalism. We don't want naturalism. No. I have made up my own little thing.
Great.
My own
I'm
little
looking
thing, yeah.
forward to
It's
it.
all based on method, but too much talking. Too much talking. I'm gonna bring up somebody who's going to take us to the end of the show and make us feel happy. And who knows? Maybe we can go to the taco truck afterwards. Yeah, here we go. Because it's Hispanic Month, ladies and gentlemen. Give it up for Billy Ramirez. Looks like it, yeah. No, we got two.
Otra vez, un aplauso para Aaron McIntyre aquí.
Sí.
Sí, es un placer estar aquí con ustedes esta noche en Funky Friday Open Mic here in la Escuela de Comedia Los Angeles. And I like to open up in Spanish every now and then because I look like I might not be able to do it. And it's fun. It's fun feeling like an undercover Latino these days. Because it's convenient because I'm far more likely to be mistaken for ICE than to be taken by ICE. Yeah, I don't know. I've struggled with confidence and anxiety issues my entire life. And I think I'm pretty sure I know exactly why that is. I think is because I was raised under the rule of La Chancla. I don't know if anyone's familiar with what La Chancla is, but for some mothers, it's a piece of footwear like a sandal, and/or a disciplinary device. And my mom was lethal with it. She could deploy at short range and just smack me upside the face before I even knew it, like she was trying to win one of those new power slap competitions. Power chancla slap, whatever. But more frightening than that, she could deploy it long range. Okay, so if I was in my room playing the OG Mario Kart using Koopa Troopa, my favorite, and she thought I was screwing around, from around the corner would come a chancla, smack me upside the head, and then it would somehow return to her. I don't know how she ever figured out how to boomerang a chancla. As far as I know, she never went to Australia, even met an Australian, but somehow she turned herself into Chancla Dundee, you know. You call that a chancla? This is a chancla. My mom's chancla skills span both hemispheres. You know, she could boomerang it like an Australian, but do it with the precision of a Dominican relief pitcher. So actually, Aaron mentioned that I helped him move, and I think part of the reason is because he knows that I've been doing moving work because I'm just killing it right now. I have like 4 different side hustles going. They're all main hustles going on right now. Like one of which is doing moving work, which is nice because it brings in money, and also sometimes I don't feel Mexican enough, so it's nice. It's nice to do some manual labor every now and then, you know. But also with ice running around, I could easily pick up a shift at Home Depot that was. Sorry. I have an administrative question. So Aaron, how many comedians are still left? Is Homie going?
I'm not sure. Terry, are you going?
I know you. I know Stewart's going. I'm
got
just
Stewart.
trying to
That's
figure
it.
out how much material to burn right now. Like, do
Burn
I have
it,
another,
baby.
Do I have another person?
If I
introduce
give you
us to?
another $10, I get one more.
Make it 20.
La Donada.
Anyways, what the hell else are we talking about? I guess so. It's just only you then, right?
Yeah, I think that guy either left or went to the restaurant.
Anyways, all right, fine then. I'll go with
Was that your
Aaron.
friend?
No, he's not gonna go.
All right. Well, anyways, so I mentioned La Chancla, and you know, sometimes when I'm hanging out in my not a house, or just lying in bed completely alone, or reviewing my portfolio, which is nothing more than an old Trapper Keeper full of coupons, like I wonder, like, what heights could I have reached if I had taken fewer chanclas growing up, fewer chanclas smacks. Which, by the way, chancla smacks are part of a delicious, nutritious Latino breakfast. You can find chancla smacks in the grocery, in the cereal aisle next to Special Que Pasa Cabron and Honey Nut Pendejos. But anyways, like I mentioned, I struggle with anxiety and confidence. But here in LA, though, a city that's designed to just shatter your ego and just break you down, every now and then I get to feel confident. And that's whenever I walk into a taqueria, a Mexican restaurant, and I overhear someone order something like a chicken quesadilla, chicken fajitas, chimichangas, because I get so confident, like, oh, watch this, like, because then when I hear someone order in that weird way, like, I just can't resist auditioning for telenovela. All of a sudden, ¿qué tal? Princesa, mi reina, doesn't matter, any dude, I don't care, belleza, en este momento, yo deseo 3 tacos de carne asada, 2 churros y una Fanta, gracias, por favor. Buen provecho, que Dios te bendiga. Feeling extra confident, I'll put some bonus words like, Agujeta crepúsculo ferrocarril, and all that means is shoelace twilight railroad. And then also, I have this face and demeanor, so sometimes I'll order in fluent Espanol, and then in return I'll get a, okay, so you want, ay, hijo de tu puta. Fine, Jose, I'll also get a side of that green whack-a-mole, whatever that is. I know what it is. But it actually doesn't really matter where or when I hablo Espanol, because whenever I do, I go completely overboard and basically turn into one of those Latino reporters you see on the news. I don't know if he wants to watch the local news, but if you do, pay attention to any reporter whose last name ends in EZ, like Ramirez, and there's a very good chance that reporter is going to take any and every opportunity to celebrate the rich cultural tapestry of the Spanish language, and that's how I hablo Espanol, like a Latino reporter wrapping up a segment. Something like, police don't have any further information on the suspect. From Rancho Santa Margarita, this is Gustavo Gutierrez, el mero mero más chingón, tú sabes, güey, for ABC 7 News. Anyways, but last comedian of the evening, I don't know if he's ever suffered under the rule of La Chancla, but he definitely has some stories. So please give it up for our headliner tonight, Stuart Marino.
Hey! Let's go, bud.
How's everybody doing tonight? I'm Stuart Marino. Hello. Happy Friday. Aaron, I wanted to say I can't stop thinking about this. I was gonna say when you were talking about who you look like, and I wanted to say like a cross between Joe Rogan and Uncle Fester, but with like the personality of Richard Simmons. You know what I'm saying? You were a great breed. A great breed, my friend. Great breed. Are you a comic? Because you look like a news reporter who's here. Schizophrenics in Los Angeles doing open mic. Like you're here to write like a thing. Costs a lot of money to euthanize your pets. I had a buddy the other day who had to put his cat down. Cost him $2,000, which is actually on the cheap end. Yeah, it's really expensive. It's very sad, you know. It's a household pet. I said, if you're paying $2,000 to kill some pussy, then you're a fucking loser, my friend. I would have let him fuck me in the ass, and I would have killed his cat for half of that.
Oh my God. Hey,
Welcome here. Sorry, these are new. Every rural Republican is terrified of big city homeless people, and I know this because I'm from Louisiana and from small town Louisiana. And when my family comes to visit, we always take a walk through Beverly Hills, and we always run into like these minor league homeless people because I keep them out of the, like downtown, whatever. And my sister, the first time that she saw one of these guys, she was like, "Stuart, aren't you afraid of these people?" And I was like, "Kelly, I've given that man food, water, and money so many times, and he's always paid me back with his generosity by eating my asshole in the back of my car."
Oh!
You have a theme.
Hey, I really like assholes. I have $20 and a dirty asshole. He has a tongue. Just kidding. And a crippling crack addiction. Sorry. Told you I was gonna get rough. Before I go to any restaurant, I like to call in advance and I ask them. I say, "Do you guys serve trans fats?" And if they say yes, I say, "Fuck you," and I hang up the phone, and I never even consider eating there again. I think we can all agree fats, a certain amount of fats are good, but trans fats are bad for everybody. Okay. All right, trans fats joke. Gonna throw that one out of the Los Angeles circuit. I'm pretty sure if the CDC says it's bad for you, it's pretty fucking bad for you. All right. Yeah, I gotta go work in Kansas City. Anyone heard of this case of the Detroit rapper named Dank Damas who sued Lyft because her driver said that she was way too fat to get in the car?
Oh, that was crazy.
It's a crazy situation, and she's a rapper out of Detroit. She made it very public, and she actually just settled recently. She got like a huge settlement, and I checked her Instagram because I had to see it. She is fucking huge, my friend. The reason I bring this up is because I've actually done this before. A few years ago, I drove Lyft for like a little part-time job or whatever, and there was this fella, I think it was named, I should have remembered his name out of respect because it was a terrible thing that I did.
he was probably like $6 bills, something like that. I think his name was like Steve, Adam, or Tom, or something like that. And I pulled up, I got the ringer or whatever. I pulled up to his house. I think it was in like Silver Lake. And once I saw how much this guy weighed, I was driving an Elantra. And I was like, I'm sorry, dog. I'm out of here, man. There's no fucking way. But the difference between Dank Damas and Tom is that I never heard from Tom again. So be more like Dank Damas. I got one more here. Ooh, I don't know if I should do that one right now.
Oh, you got to do that one.
I'll do it. All right.
That's the one.
By the way, my wife is Jewish, and I work for Jewish people, and I love Jews. So, so my wife and I went to a Jewish deli the other day. She wanted some traditional Jewish bread. So I walked up to the counter and I asked the baker. I was like, "Hey, man, how much does a whole loaf of the challah cost?" And we both catch eyes, and he was like, that sounds a little weird, but yeah, it'll be $6. And I was like, oh, I think that sounds a little light. I think it's closer to maybe like 6 million or something like that. That went right over his head. So to walk myself out of that corner, I said, well, I would pay at least $9 for it, or maybe $9.99. All right, Stuart Marino, folks. You can catch me nowhere because I just got canceled. I'm gonna bring our gracious host back up to the stand. Take it easy, everybody.
Go for it.
Drop the mic.
Everyone's a critic.
Never taken a mind class. Stuart Marino, everyone. Yeah, man. Give it up for everyone who performed here today. Come on. Carrie, right? Would you like to come up after we end the stream?
No, I'm not going to.
Nope. All right. So she's gone. All right, great. So I guess that means I can get to wrap this up. So.
And you don't want to go on. It's only
You don't
the vibe.
she's felt the vibe.
First
Yeah.
time here.
How do you feel about the vibe?
I just want to check
Good
out
vibe?
the room, read the menu.
Good vibe, right?
It's interesting.
All right, yeah. So when's your investigative piece gonna?
Yeah, I just grabbed the jacket. I guess you're right. It does look. I just threw it on.
Because you kind of
I grabbed the jacket. I have to do the call on the left.
He's just like a comedian.
So.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't really help.
I mean, are you a therapist looking for clients? This is the perfect spot.
Ever tried that one?
That's pretty
Ever
good.
tried that one?
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, there you go.
He's hot.
Yeah. So
He's looking for a
we
therapist.
tell jokes and we fix lives, I guess. I don't know. Anyways, so give it up again for everyone who performed here. This has been Funky Friday at LA School of Comedy. I've been Billy Ramirez, your partial host for the evening, and you can catch us again live Monday for Manic Monday. Same time, 7 p.m. Sign-ups here live at 6:30. In LA School of Comedy, we believe that if someone's told you you're funny, you probably are. So write it down, bring it to the page, to the stage. So until next time, keep your stick on the ice. Now,
Thank you.